okay? So again, when they go underneath, they push us down, we're going to lift and then drop. Immediately, we're going to step on the instep and break their foot. Then we're going to trap out their knee, okay? Then as soon as we do that, we're going to step behind them and sink into a low stance so that my center of gravity is down. Then I'm going to turn and try to drop him on the ground. Just like that, okay? Again, let's go from the side. As soon as they grab us and they push us down, okay, I bend the legs, I protect my head by lifting it up this way, then I drop the elbows down this way, step on the instep, trap out the knee. Then step behind him and drop my center of gravity down and turn and twist and try to throw. And that way my stance is superior and my position is superior to his. One more time from this angle. Underneath, sink the stance, lift the head, drop the elbows, step on the foot, trap out the knee, step behind and get hip to hip really close, then just turn, torque the body, and turn them onto the ground. Okay, there's the first move. Second move in the same category is a chin-down move where they get us with an arm choke from the behind. And his whole goal is to lock that forearm in my throat, to change my voice, and to make me lose blood flow. Okay, so again, very similar escape, only this I'm going to grab onto his wrist and his arm right here. I'm going to turn my chin into the gap of the elbow so it gives me a couple more seconds of blood flow. And I'm going to pull his arm down as hard as I can. Stomp onto the foot and trap out the knee and step behind, but keep the arm. I want to keep the arm because now, like a praying mantis grabbing his prey, I've got control of him, and I can use this arm when I torque to throw him behind, again, just like the full Nelson. Okay, so these are kind of like sister chin knot techniques. From this angle, same thing. He's going to grab, I'm going to grab wrist and forearm, and I'm going to turn my chin into the gap as I pull down. I'm going to stomp on his foot and trap out his knee and step behind and keep control. Then, I can even use my elbow and go to the head or the neck, but keep that arm, and then turn and throw him back. One more time from this angle. Grab on, grab wrist and forearm, and sink the stance and pull down. Turn the chin into the gap. Stomp on the foot and trap out the knee and step behind. Then turn and try to throw him onto the ground. The key is short, explosive technique. I may even block it this way. So that's move number one. I go here, and I try to grab on. Again, here, try to snatch it. So once I snatch it, I have control. I'm going to step behind him and pull his arm right against my body, and then use my entire body down into the ground. Okay, the key is, I'm only 190 pounds, I'm 6 feet tall. There's always somebody bigger and stronger than you. So my arm is only this size, my body is much bigger. So use your body. Okay, so again, from here, let's do it from this angle. One time. From here, I block. As I step behind him, I snatch the arm and I pull it toward my body. And I drop onto it that way, using the shoulder and the elbow to create pain in him so his body will follow. Okay? One more time from this angle. I'm going to block, snatch and step behind, and pull it toward my body. Okay? Then drop, push my knee into the ground. I can hold him there. I can hit with a back fist. I can just push and create separation and then get away. Okay? Because mostly Kung Fu is about defense and getting away and surviving. So if he was already down, we would want to get out of there. Okay? Last time. So this time a little bit slower. We're going to go here. We're going to lock, step behind, pull the arm toward my body, and then drop on it with my entire body. Okay? Here. Snap. Okay? So we have 3 moves to practice at home. So the first technique we're going to show today is off a handshake. If you're shaking hands with somebody or somebody grabs you by the hand and is squeezing too hard, trying to take you somewhere, embarrass you, be a bully, or just try to crush your hand, I've had a lot of people try this one to me in the past, and here's the technique, here's the escape. When they've got you by the hand, we want to relax our hand right before the escape happens. So if I squeeze him, we fight it out, we're both going to be trying to out-strength each other. But I want to out-technique this guy. So I relax my hand briefly, and then I take my other hand
and I hit him with a side hand chop or a palm strike right where the palm meets the wrist. So this part of the bone right here. And I want to hit that with my fifth metacarpal or my palm. At the same time, pull my hand away. Timing is everything for this one. We've got the hand, release the tightness, hit and pull, and then immediately come back with that right straight right to the head. Again, we're fighting it out for the handshake. Relax briefly, hit down, pull back, pull right straight to the face. One more time. Relax, hit down, pull back, right straight coming in. Full speed, here's how it should look. Our second technique for this lesson involves a mercy fight, or sometimes called the Roman knuckles. And we have different levels. Somebody's getting us in a mercy fight from the top, or the middle, or lower. And you know that if you get into this mercy fight as a kid in middle school or high school or something, and somebody gets the upper hand on you, they can really embarrass you and make you look like a fool, because your whole body will be controlled by the pain in your wrist and your fingers. And so we don't want to try to fight back when it's the high version. We want to let them win. And when they win, pull them on top of us and then introduce them to our knee, up right into the chest. So from here, they're trying their hardest. Make them feel as if they're going to win, because we're playing chess here. As my friend David Dorian Ross just told me, we're playing chess, not boxing. So make them feel like they're going to win, and then expose them to the knee, underneath that way. One more time. We got the upper hand, pull them in, knee straight up into the chest. And here's how it should look full speed. Next we have the middle location, same technique. With this one, we're going to step forward with one leg, and whatever leg stepped forward with, the exact same arm flips over the top and goes like this. Then when I'm turned in this position, I'm going to come back at them with an elbow right to the head, keeping the bottom arm in my possession the whole time. Let's do it again. And then last is the low position. If they've got us low, maybe they're uppercutting underneath. Oh God! If this happens to you, we're going to use the knee, come over the top, and explosively break the lock downward. Leave this hand in my possession, then elbow chest, chest, face. 3 hits to come back at him. Again, from the low position, knee coming over the top, break the lock, chest, chest, face. Let's go once full speed. Cap the hand, pop, over the top, grab onto the wrist or the forearm, then keep this tight against my body and break his wrist down into the floor, and then kick back in right to the face. And one more time, full speed. I got his elbow in my armpit right here. I got this hand, my right hand, on his right knuckles, and my left hand underneath on top of my knuckles. And then Jokum's got sensitive wrist for this one. So I can just clamp down and cause some pain, and it just takes all the strength of the body away, and he'll tap when he's had enough. That's it. Here's how I teach to escape from it. They've got the handcuff. The first thing we do is we get in a solid stance and we put our foot in front of theirs, right here. Solid stance. At the same time, take this open hand and go underneath my fingers and try to reinforce my wrist. And that's stage one, because you have to fight a little bit against that force going into you. The best technique would be just to avoid it before it happens. But let's say it's already happened. Step in front, guard my fingers. Step in front, guard my fingers. Really quick. Step in front, guard my fingers. So now if he pulls as hard as he can, I'm trying to fight by pulling my fingers and creating a defense to his force. When I'm ready, I'm going to push my palm down to the ground, pop, right here, and try to pop it out. Immediately flip this down and hammer fist to the groin. Then I reverse beak up to the nose with a crane reverse beak, and then elbow back into the head multiple times, as many as it takes. Let's do it again. They got us in the handcuff. Protect the fingers, step in front. Pop the palm down, hammer fist to the groin, then reverse beak up, and then elbow, elbow, elbow. Multiple times. Full speed. The next technique looks the goofiest, but it's probably the most real and practical for street fighting. If you catch somebody's hand and you've got a finger here, or a finger here, or a finger here, or a finger here, just tearing the fingers apart and basically making this human being into a penguin. Just rip it apart. And so the goal is to catch fingers in the scuffle. You're hitting all this stuff, you catch fingers, and small joint tear manipulation, rip it apart right there. Which is why small joint manipulation is usually illegal in most tournament contact sports like MMA and UFC. But it works very, very well on the street. Grab on the fingers, we're gonna tear that hand in half. If somebody catches you in this particular hold, I want you to go over top of one arm, underneath the other arm, and turn away from your attacker with your body. And that should get you out and allow you to come back with a back fist or elbow right to their head. Again, they got you, maybe they got another finger, different finger. It works every way. Over the top, underneath, turn away, come back with elbow or with back fist. Let's do it full speed.